Hi, it's Stephanie Forbes here with Forbes Consult discussing efficiency with reliable systems. So, off the bat, we want to make sure that we have a great cloud based system, okay? We want to make sure that that cloud based system is going to talk in some way, syncing some way with another type of system, whether it's going to be SharePoint or if it's going to be um, a Dropbox or Google Drive. Either way, it would be the best if it was a way for you to have it within your case management system to where they communicate it with each other separately of you having to go into two separate systems, because that is going to bother a little bit with efficiency and management of the cases. You can do a lot quicker when you don't have to go into two different systems and search for the other files. Another one is going to be processes, right? So we're going to make sure that we have good processes from intake all the way through the closing process. So just taking a look at those in terms of how you're doing those. And obviously that's something that I do provide, that I can help you with, is looking through your systems and seeing if they're the most efficient, and kind of giving you my take on, how you could potentially correct, some of the things that's there. Your docket, your calendar, and your tasks. So those things are something that you always want to obviously stay up to date with. Your dockets, making sure that you have things that are coming up, anything that you plan for that file or to do for that file, any tasks that you plan to complete in the future. A lot of people work through checklists that are through their files, and a lot of people have the workflow checks, and that's perfectly fine. Or you can manually put them in there, specific per file, especially if because never any. Not all files are obviously the same, but you can add on manually, obviously, certain things per file as it comes along if you do have a workflow template that you add to each file. I know it can become so over cumbersome because you're like, oh my God, I have all this to do, but it does create a lot of efficiency overall in the firm when you have your template workflows that you go through and that you assign to each case in the very beginning. Also, voicemails and messages. I recommend attaching all voicemails from the client to each file to make sure that that everyone can hear what the client's been calling about, as well as making sure that you're returning those phone calls and you're notating those. Also, any messages. If you don't have a system firm-wide which goes back and forth and kind of shares the messages with the entire team, there are a lot of case management systems that you can text from within, and I recommend using those versus your cell phone. It's really good to make sure that a lot of the communications, as well as pictures, find its way into the files, and it's going to be hard to keep up with that if people are texting individual cell phones, that information. So for more tips, obviously, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to stop by your firm and kind of go through your cases via audit and kind of go through your systems and see how you can make it a little bit more efficient. Thank you so much.